Worxwide works for you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in today. My name is Mohit from Worxwide. So, I'm the founder at Worxwide Consulting. We are a digital growth consulting firm into sales transformation and customer experience, and anything to do with technology, which is an overarching layer for us across sales transformation and customer experience. For example, AI for sales, AI for customer experience. We have been exploring a lot of use cases for our customers around sales, AI for sales, whether it is outbound, whether it is inbound, AI agents for customer sentiment analysis, and so on. So today we have joined here to discuss very interesting topic on conversational AI, on voice AI that speak, listen, and act, right? So that is the future which we are gonna discuss today. And I have a very special guest today from a very special guest today, Jack and Dana from 11 Labs, and we are a partner to 11 Labs, which is a leading platform for voice AI. First of all, welcome Jack and Dana for sharing your time today on this webinar. So I'll do a little business context setting, and then Jack and Dana, who are from the GTM team of 11 Labs, will be walking us through how the voice AI is really transforming the world in terms of uh, voice AI agents. They are gonna show us some real life examples in terms of their voice demos, right? So uh, let's get started. I'll do a little context setting, Jack and Dana, and then I'll pass it on to you guys. All right, thank you. So just to get started, right? So how this whole conversational AI evolved, right? So if you look at 10 years ago, apps replaced websites. So if we look at the banking ecosystem, right? We used to make transactions by going through website, whether HSBC, HDFC, ICICI, any banking website, right? We used to scroll a lot on the websites of banking to make transactions 10 years ago. But 5 years ago, everything got replaced with you know chats or apps, right? So now we have more conversational chats, whether it is UPI in India, fintech apps, and so on. But today, voice and AI agents are replacing both. Right now, we don't even need to uh, scroll on apps. We can even just speak to those AI agents and get those things done. Right. So even the conversational commerce has become the reality today. So what customers now expect today? So customers now today expect that can you talk to my brand like I talk to people? Customers now expect that can you know can the system provide instant answers, zero waiting, and that too in my own language? And the customers also expect, can you bring that human warmth, right? And that too with speed and scale. So that is the reality of today, that the customer expectations have gone beyond the traditional and legacy systems, right? So what is the gap today? So the gap is that 70% of the enterprises interactions are still stuck in IVRs, complex menus and chatbots that don't understand intent. So last week only, I was just calling my broadband service provider. I think it took me you know seven IVRs and then a few transfers, and it took me 7 minutes to actually speak to someone. But today, the customer patience has actually dropped to 7 seconds, not 7 minutes. So things are changing at real speed with AI, and particularly voice AI. Customers don't have patience in terms of their traditional systems, and that is the gap today. So what is the big shift coming up? So we see the big shift, the two big shifts, right? First is the voice. Voice is becoming the new user interface, and AI agents are becoming the new workforce. Now, when I say voice is becoming the new user interface, now gone are the days when you used to have a lot of scrolls, indefinite scrolls and clicks. Now you can simply speak in your own tonality, in your own language, and the voice agent will help you to perform an action. And when I say AI agents have become new workforce, now AI agents are not just being insightful, rather they are taking actions on behalf of you. You can get your transactions done, you can make your orders through, just telling them what to do, or what to do and what not to do through voice AI. So that is the biggest shift. AI agents have become the new workforce. AI agents for sales, AI agents for HR, AI agents for marketing. Agents are coming big way across all the functions. That is the biggest shift coming, right? Now, if we look at it, why conversational AI is becoming inevitable, right? So I see it as three macro forces, which is actually changing the whole customer experience landscape. So the first one is how Gen AI is has actually taken a quantum leap, right? Intelligent automation was already there for quite some time, right? We have been seeing a lot of RPA, kind of automation, intelligent automation, process automation, and whatnot. But with LLMs now understand context, intent, memory, and tone, which I think certainly is a quantum leap now with LLMs, right? And second shift is the voice technology, which became very human now, right? Earlier also we had few technologies where the voices look very robotic, but now today with platforms like Eleven Labs, you will actually see the demo from Jack and Dana later on today. The voices look so natural you can't even recognize whether it is a human or AI. So, and that too in multiple languages, and you can even change the tonality the way you want. You want a formal tone, you want a casual tone. You can actually even record your tone and your voice in these platforms to mimic it. So the technology has advanced so much that you can actually ask this system to mimic your tonality. And the third macro force, which is actually coming up a big way, right, is uh, overall macro environment, which is enterprises facing pressure for the rising support cost, right, which I think everybody is now facing, that talent shortages, which was already there, and high customer expectations. And the last is need for 24 cross 7 service, which anyways is there for any business. So talent and support cost has become certainly important levers to address. So if you look at it, these three forces, right, with LLMs, natural voices, and addressing business issues like support cost, talent shortages, AI agents, and conversational AI is certainly becoming inevitable, right? Now, so the question is no longer should we adopt conversational AI. The question is how fast we can. Now, so if we have to, the businesses have to survive, the businesses have to uh, compete in the market, right? Today the conversation is how fast we can implement AI agents and particularly voice AI, right? And these are some of the business use cases which I can think over, and Jack will talk more in depth about it. So if you see sales and demand generation, AI can be used like for your voice calling, right? Earlier there used to be, I mean, today also we use SDRs, BDRs, your sales development representatives, and in your sales team to make actual phone calls. But the future is about uh, outbound calling is also going to be automated, which is already happening now, right? So the whole demand generation is going to be automated. You can book meetings automatically. There are already so many platforms who are using voice AI agents, right? I remember one of the platform which came up as an early adopter called 11x, and so many others who are already doing AI for sales, automatic meeting booking systems through lead generation. Then conversational commerce, right? So that is another use case in D2C retail or consumer goods. You can actually, so earlier we had e-commerce, obviously. Right now also we use, a lot of people use e-commerce, right? But e-commerce is changing very fast into voice commerce or c-commerce, which is conversational commerce. If you go to any fashion retail portal also, we keep scrolling to find our products, whether it is Myntra, whether it is Amazon, or so on. But now you can actually just have conversation with the agent to find your product the way you want, and it takes way lesser time in terms of product discovery compared to scrolling on the apps, right? And third could be intelligent collection and reminder, which is for renewals, EMIs, payments, and so on. That is another use case I could think of. Fourth is dealer and distributor voice interface, which is particularly for manufacturing companies, automotive companies, where you want to see stock availability, order placement. Even we have recently done one voice AI use case in manufacturing industry where the whole order placement and order fulfillment has been automated with voice AI, where the dealers come and make orders through voice AI on the portal. That has become so seamless for that manufacturing company for the order fulfillment. And the last is the customer support. I think this is the biggest use case. I'm sure Jack will touch upon it. This is the biggest use case in voice AI industry, where the large call centers are actually automating the whole call centers into voice calls. I mean the AI call centers. So the whole customer support service part is a very big use case in the voice AI function. So these are some of the use cases I could think of. And now I would request Jack and Dana, particularly Dana, I would request you to walk us through some of the real life examples of some of the use cases and how 11 Labs as a platform is helping the customers in the voice AI space. So over to you, Dana.
Thank you so much, Mohit, for setting the stage and providing such a great business context. I'm going to share my screen now. Hope everyone can see it. Yeah, perfect. Hello, everyone. My name is Dana Muntan, and I lead the go-to-market strategy for financial services here at 11 Labs. I'm thrilled to welcome you to today's special edition, a webinar focused on the rise of actionable voice AI agents. And it's great to have you with us, and I'm really looking forward to diving into this topic together. But before we dive in, let's hear a welcome message from our special guest, the most expressive text-to-speech model in the world, 11 Labs V3.
Welcome, everyone, to the rise of actionable voice AI agents, brought to you by 11 Labs and Worxwide Consulting. Tell us in the chat where you're joining from and what you're hoping to learn today. What's sparking your curiosity about voice AI agents that speak, listen, and act? We've got a powerhouse lineup. Dana kicks off with highlights from our latest research and customer stories, and Jack will demo our workflow agent live. Buckle up, it's going to be fast and packed with insights. Let's get started.
To give you a quick intro, 11 Labs started as a research-first company focused on building the world's most realistic and advanced voice AI models. Our text-to-speech technology quickly became the industry standard. Then we noticed something interesting. Our customers, including many of the innovative brands that you see here on the slide, were using our voices to build their own AI agents. But they had to piece together with separate tools, which made the experience clunky and led to a high latency, making agents sound robotic. We realized we could fix that. Since we own the core audio models, we built our own end-to-end agents platform. By bringing every essential component together in one place, we've dramatically reduced latency and enabled truly fluid, human-like conversations. That's why we say, when you work with us, you are partnering with the source. It's an approach trusted by Klarna, Clio, and Deutsche Telekom, among many others. And here you can see our founders, Piotr, our CTO, and Mati, our CEO, childhood friends from Poland. They co-founded 11 Labs in 2022. Before that, Piotr worked as a machine learning developer at Google DeepMind, and Matt's career included roles at organizations such as Palantir Technologies, giving him a strong grounding in deployment scale strategy and product thinking. Spotting a gap in how AI-driven voice and speech tools sounded dull or artificial, they built 11 Labs to crank up realism, natural intonation, emotional nuance, voice cloning and dubbing across languages, all with deep learning powered realism. Their combination of strong technical chops, bold ambition, and a founding bond rooted in friendship has given them both the trust and drive needed to turn 11 Labs into a leader in AI voice technology within a few short years. And their vision is so energizing. Voice becomes more than just audio. It becomes a medium for conveying stories, knowledge, and emotion, as natural as human speech. That means tech doesn't just deliver information, it communicates meaning. Creators, companies, storytellers can build voice-driven agents, content, translations, unlocking global reach with cultural sensitivity, emotional depth, and accessibility. For enterprise and everyday use, voice-based agents and tools make tech more accessible, intuitive, and human-friendly than traditional text or UI, transforming how people interact with services, media, and each other. And when you think about it, it makes so much sense why they are so obsessed with building the best foundational model for audio AI. Voice has always played a special role in our evolution. 300,000 years ago, humans started communicating vocally, and for thousands of years, knowledge, culture, and tradition have been passed down through storytelling. Today, voice has remained the most natural form of communication, influencing how we interact with each other, consume content, and engage with the world around us. It is not just how we survived the thousands of years, it is what makes us human. And voice is like a fingerprint. It carries so much of who you are. It reflects your personality, your emotion, it builds trust. Voices are a combination of hundreds of dimensions such as tone, accents, inflection, pitch, cadence, intonation, pacing, and emotion. But traditional technologies have not been able to replicate how we speak and interact with each other. By only looking at the word, they're only at the tip of the iceberg, and voices sound robotic and lack engagement and authenticity. And that leads to a less engaging content, poor customer experience, and lack of accessibility. So now imagine capturing every single dimension of speech and creating something that is identical in tone, inflection, and pauses, and is also contextually aware and actually engaging. Tech leaders like Bezos, Zuckerberg, Nadella are all pointing to the same thing. The future is voice first. Think about it. Voice is our most natural form of communication. It's the new keyboard that enables the instant action customers demand. Mohit mentioned 7 seconds. That's all they've got in terms of patience. This isn't the future trend. This is the key to winning in the instant resolution economy right now. And we are seeing an incredible wave of momentum among our customers who are deploying agents that don't just speak multiple languages, they operate across multiple modes, across every channel, and they show up 24/7 without ever getting tired. And that's really because 11 Labs agents aren't your classic narrow chatbots. They are more like a creative toolkit for building voice-driven, LLM-powered, tool-connected systems. Think of them as a blank canvas with a very smart brain attached. What does that open up? Businesses of all sizes are rolling out agents to handle the kinds of tasks nobody really wants to do, answering the same inbound support questions over and over, scheduling calls, even doing those first rounds of interview screening. Meanwhile, creators and entertainment teams are having a field day. They are building interactive stories, lifelike game characters, voice-based learning experiences, the kinds of things that feel more like talking to a character than using a piece of software. And for global companies, it's a huge unlock. These agents can speak naturally in many languages with voices that actually feel culturally in tune. You suddenly have a support or sales team that can operate worldwide without hiring a small army. Even inside companies, training teams, HR teams, they are using agents to scale simulations, role plays, and candidate interactions without having to scale headcount. All of this adds up to something bigger. Voice plus AI isn't a novelty anymore. This is becoming part of an infrastructure layer, the same way cloud services and APIs reshaped how modern software gets built. It's not longer a party trick, it's a foundation of how businesses interact with people. And when you think about what truly matters for AI agents, it comes down to three pillars: quality, latency, and privacy. 11 Labs wins on all three because everything is vertically integrated inside one platform. No duct-taped vendors, no noisy chains of dependencies. First, quality. Every layer of the stack is state-of-the-art. Our text-to-speech models consistently top human preference tests, and we are about to roll out expressive mode, giving agents richer, more emotionally dynamic delivery. Customers can tap into more than 10,000 studio-grade voices across 32 languages, clone voices instantly, or design completely new ones. On the input side, Scribe v2 real-time leads the industry with a 6.5% word error rate across 30 languages and sub 150 milliseconds latency. Combine that with 11 Labs hosted LLMs co-located with their audio stack, and you get agents that understand, reason, and respond with outstanding clarity. Next, latency. Because we own and operate the entire chain, the automatic speech recognition, LLMs, RAG, and TTS, everything runs under one roof. No data bouncing between providers, no extra network hops, just tightly coupled components that talk to each other at machine speed. That's what delivers conversations that feel natural, fast, and fluid. And then privacy. When companies stitch together STT from one vendor, LLMs from another, TTS from a third, and maybe RAG from somewhere else, they end up spraying sensitive data across multiple systems. That expands the attack surface and increases compliance risks. 11 Labs removes that risk. All processing stays inside one secure, unified platform, significantly improving data protection. And we understand the advanced security demands of our clients. That's why we built our platform with an enterprise security features from the ground up. This includes a zero data retention mode, ensuring your sensitive data is never stored longer than absolutely necessary, single sign-on, strong role-based access, and analytics to give you the tools to understand how the 11 Labs agents are interacting with your customers. Moreover, our enterprise agents platform is designed to help you build robust security and safety testing and offer guardrails, as Jack will show today, for your agents and your customers to safeguard every interaction. We work closely with banks, pharma, and companies in highly regulated industries, assisting them with both inbound call centers and outbound call initiatives, always with security and compliance as top priorities. To demonstrate our commitment to the highest security standards, we are a PCI DSS Level 1 service provider, and we are able to process payment information without limits. We also have certifications like SOC 2, Type 2, ISO 27001, and plenty more. And now, let's see a few examples of how you can use our agents today for inbound scheduling, customer support, and product discoverability.
Hi, I need to book an appointment with Dr. Smith sometime next week, please.
Sure. And just to confirm, are you Jane Reynolds?
That's me.
Great. Thanks, Jane. Is there a specific day or time that works best for you?
Preferably Thursday morning.
Dr. Smith has openings on Thursday at 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. Would either of those work?
10:30 is good.
Great. We're all set then. I've scheduled your appointment with Dr. Smith for Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Would you like a confirmation sent by text or email?
Email, please.
Perfect. The email has been sent. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, that's it. Thanks.
Thanks, Jane. Take care and have a great day.
Hi, I need to book an appointment with
Hey, my
Dr. Smith
computer's
sometime
frozen.
next week.
Nothing's working.
Okay, let me just check your info
Hi
real
there.
quick.
I'm here to help you find the
Great.
right running
Hi,
room.
Robert. I've got you. Now, let me pull up your device. Looks like you're on a Dell Latitude 7420. Let's just try a hard reboot. Press and hold the power button for 3 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing that.
Great. Now, power it back on, please.
Yeah, it's back up and running.
Amazing. Okay, everything is looking good now, and I'll email you a quick reboot guide just in case.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, sir. Have a great day.
And now imagine having a personal shopping assistant.
Shoes. What kind of support or fit are you looking for?
Hey, yeah, I'm getting back into running and need something with good cushioning. I also have wide feet, so I need a roomier fit.
Thanks for sharing. Do you usually run on roads or trails?
Mostly on roads, a few miles at a time.
I found a few wide fit running shoes with extra cushioning, ideal for road running. One of them has a soft midsole, breathable mesh upper, and solid heel support. Great for daily runs and recovery days. Would you like to take a look?
Sure. Yeah, please.
This one has very high customer ratings for comfort and durability. And it's available in your size. Would you like me to add it?
Go ahead.
You're all set. Want to check out or keep browsing?
Nah, I'll check out later. Thanks.
Anytime. I'll be right here if you need anything else.
Right. And some of our clients are already seeing higher conversion rates in debt collection with AI agents than with human agents. Who could have imagined that you'd be more open to share the reasons why you're failing to make a payment to an AI agent, and the conversion is so much better in getting that collection of debt. And for example, our research shows that the lender with a 10 billion risk loan book could see recovery rates from 30 to 33% at least, and just by using agents, AI agents, to reach more customers and negotiate repayment plans. And that's an additional $300 million recovered every year. And imagine if up to 90% of your inbound queries were handled by AI agents. They work 24/7 and they are multilingual. They deliver instant support at scale. That means your human agents can focus on what really matters, solving complex issues and driving proactive, revenue-generating conversations. And we're seeing a massive shift in the market, and it probably looks familiar. For decades, customer experience was shaped by the classic press one IVR systems. As we all know, those didn't really help. They deflected calls and frustrated customers. Then came the answer bot era, smarter systems that could understand language and share data, but still couldn't take action. And now we've entered the stage of true AI agents, only the ones that don't just understand, listen, but actually act and resolve complex issues and deliver a far better customer experience. And some of our clients, like Klarna, take customer experience to the next level. They've even voice cloned their CEO, Sebastian, and he can personally answer customer questions in real time and collect ideas and feedback directly from users. Well, not actually him, but his digital twin. And here's an example from a major digital bank. They were struggling with high service costs and long wait times. Their average credit card support call took about 15 minutes. And we helped them launch a secure, on-brand AI agent that fully automated those high-volume inquiries from start to finish. The result? An 85% reduction in handling time, bringing the average resolution time from 15 minutes to 3 minutes, while dramatically improving customer experience. And it's amazing, and it's just the beginning. And we recently deployed an AI SDR 11 Labs Agents platform to scale our inbound sales process. And the results speak for themselves. The agent now qualifies 78% of inbound leads end-to-end, no human needed. Because the agent runs 24/7 in 30 plus languages, it responds to potential customers instantly. Even if someone fills out a contact form on a Friday night, they could get a meeting booked within minutes instead of waiting for days. Behind the scenes, the agent John was built around a well-defined personality and knowledge base, 100 plus FAQs, up-to-date product data, and integrates seamlessly with our tools and workflows. Impact for us: the AI SDR now handles inbound lead volume equivalent to 2 full-time SDRs, freeing our sales team to focus on high-value enterprise accounts and strategic opportunities. In short, by combining voice-first AI, multilingual reach, and automation, we transformed inbound sales from a bottleneck into a reliable, scalable pipeline, faster response, a broader reach, and strategic efficiency. As you can tell, I think I spoke for too long, so over to my colleague Jack, who will share what's possible with agentic AI, and he will culminate this webinar with a live workflow demo.
Very good. Thank you, Dana. So yes, just to recap a few items about our agents platform before I take you into a demo. Our platform is fully multimodal across channels, whether that's voice, text, chat, or email. Our agents are able to take action in the flow of the conversation, and we can launch and deploy the agents anywhere. Fundamentally, the research-driven nature of our company that Dana referred to powers how we think about our agent platform. We start with that research, starting with our text-to-speech and our speech-to-text, but a range of other proprietary AI models like voice activity detection and automatic language switching as a baseline foundation that enables the innovation on the platform. On top of that research, we build what we think is the most configurable and controllable platform, where we can build highly custom agentic flows that can integrate with any enterprise system, use any LLM, use any one of our 11,000 and growing voices. So what I'm going to do now is show you in practice what that looks like by walking you through the configuration of an agent, as well as 2 demos of the actual conversations themselves. So this is the 11 Labs Agents platform. And as we walk through each page of this, 2 things to consider. Firstly, that everything you see here is available via API and SDK. So it's available programmatically as well as within the user interface, but also that we're focusing on having the most configurable platform, and you'll see that in every element as we go through. So initially, we're going to define what the system prompt of the agent is here. And this agent that we've built here is a customer support agent for the banking industry. You can see that we've passed in some context that the agent will be aware of. So we've defined a personality for the agent. We've defined the environment that it's going to operate in, so making sure the agent has the operational context of how the user will be engaging with the agent, and the tone of voice that the agent should adopt. You'll notice here some elements in brackets. These are what we call dynamic variables that can be passed into the agent. Dynamic variables are really our way of making sure the conversation is highly personalized. We can populate these things either from the URL or from a tool call. So what that means is at the start of the conversation or during the conversation, we're able to extract information from an external system, bring that into the context of the agent, and update the variables as the conversation progresses or through tool calls themselves. We're also able to define here what the first message of the conversation is. And again, we can use those dynamic variables. So this is where we might bring in the user's name or some other additional context about the user that we've pulled from a CRM at the inception of the conversation. We're also able to put in multiple languages, and then we can also translate that first message automatically into those languages as well. In terms of the voices, as I mentioned, we can use any one of the 11,000 voices and growing that we have available on the platform, or you can, of course, clone your own voice or design your own voice using our voice library. Coming very soon is something called 11 Expressive as well, which is going to be the V3 version of our text-to-speech models coming to our agents platform. So we come with the most configurable voices and the most engaging voices. In terms of the LLM, I can choose whichever LLM I like. And a new feature that we've just launched this week is actually showing the real-time latency that we expect from each of the LLMs. So you can see here we have Google, OpenAI, and Anthropic that we pass through. We're also hosting a variety of open source LLMs, which come with incredibly low latency. The GLM variant is particularly good, we find, and having a very good latency as well. Or if you have your own API endpoint, for example, you have a direct relationship with Anthropic, or use the Azure OpenAI endpoint, or whatever it is, you can bring that in and use that as well. Many of our customers were very excited about this, which is our workflow feature and is now becoming our most used feature. And many of the agents we're seeing are now using this. This is the ability to mix deterministic and non-deterministic steps to ensure that we have the right level of guardrails when we're building these conversations. And it also helps us more efficiently architect and design these conversations to optimize for low latency. What I mean by that is in this design, we've started with an orchestrator subagent. This orchestrator subagent has very little context. It's not been given a ton of tools. It's not been given a large knowledge base. We could even go for an ultra low latency LLM, because the job of this subagent is just to understand the user's intent and get them to the right place. We have two streams here. We have the bank plan subagent, whose job is to talk to the user about their current account plan or their checking account plan. And then we have the current account subagent over here, whose job is to authenticate the user against Salesforce, pull their transactions, and discuss their transactions with them. You'll notice that we have these what we call nodes between the agents here. These are ways that we move forward and backward within the conversation flow. Now, there's two ways we can do this, either by using an LLM condition, so we can execute and understand from the context of the conversation whether we should move forward or backward. Or you'll notice these green nodes, which are result conditions based upon the integration tool themselves. So what I mean by that is we're only ever going to move forward on these green nodes if there is a positive response from the integration itself. That's important because there are situations where you do not want to get to a point in the conversation without it being deterministically true. We never want to discuss transactions with a user if they're not authenticated to do so, and if we haven't successfully fetched transactions from CRM. So that's what we're doing here. We've got two integrations, one with Salesforce and one with Zendesk. The Salesforce integration will verify the user. It will fetch the transactions if they're verified. And then if the user needs more help, we will open a Zendesk ticket. There's a variety of other things we can do, but we're also launching templates as well, which are predetermined workflows, which will enable you to very quickly build these agents as well. That is a sneak peek of what's coming soon. We're constantly launching features. If any of you are familiar with 11 Labs, you'll find that things come very frequently from our side. A few other quick elements here. We're able to add in knowledge base, so we can add in context. We can also index web pages, and we can also enable retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, for large knowledge bases as well. We have a very robust analysis suite whereby we can actually go into a conversation, see what happened. We can define evaluation criteria to understand whether the conversation was successful or not. We can also define data to listen out for. For example, we can automatically categorize the conversation and then take that data and push that into a system of record. And we can also drill directly into the conversation transcript and see things like the latency of the LLM, the latency of the ASR, and how the dynamic variables were populated over time. This is where we can define our tools. We support integrations, which are either directly into another system, like Salesforce or HubSpot or ServiceNow. And we also support MCP to make easier connectivity between applications and the LLM. We have a robust testing suite, and we can build tests based upon successful conversations or failure conversations, and run those tests programmatically and see at scale how the agent and its tools are performing. And then finally, we have a very robust widget setup. The widget is this thing you see in the bottom right here, and we're able to get very granular in how we design and define this thing, having some that only have chat, or some that show you a real-time transcript, or some that enable you to get feedback from the user straight away. So I will now do a quick demo of the agent, and you'll see how it works.
Hello, you are speaking to the bank's virtual assistant. How can I help you today?
Oh, hi. Can you tell me what plan I'm on?
You're currently on our Bank Bronze plan, which is our basic offering with no additional perks. Would you like to hear about the benefits of our other plans?
No, actually, I'm just looking at my statement, and I want you to tell me about a transaction on my account that I didn't make. Can you help me with that?
I can certainly help with that. Could you please provide your full name and account number so I can verify your identity and look into the transaction for you?
Yeah, it's John Smith, and it's ABC12345.
It seems there might be a small error in the account number format. Could you please double check and provide the correct 8-digit account number without any spaces or punctuation?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I got the number wrong. I've got it here. It's John Smith, AB123456.
I see 3 recent transactions on your account. A Starbucks purchase for $4.50, an Uber charge for $12.98, and an Amazon purchase for $350.
Yeah, it's that Amazon one. I don't recognize that one.
I understand. Let's open a support ticket to investigate.
So you can see and go back and have a look at the conversation. We're going to very quickly do an analysis of what happened there, and you can see that it was a successful conversation. We've determined that it was about a fraudulent transaction, and we can actually go in and see what happened here. So, I've provided the wrong account details, and the integration failed, whereas here I've provided the correct details. We've successfully connected to Salesforce. We've returned the transactions, and we can see exactly the data that was coming back from Salesforce here. And only then have we been able to move the conversation forward. We're also looking at how these things can be embedded directly into websites to kind of transform the way that we think about user experiences. And what I'll show you now to wrap up is an example of how we think the future of commerce could be through conversation.
Hi, Marty. Elle here. How can I help you today?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm just on your website. I know it's Black Friday, but I'm looking for some t-shirts. Can you show me what you have?
Absolutely. I can definitely help you with that. We have a couple of stylish options for t-shirts. Let me take you to our apparel page so you can see them. We have both cream and black t-shirts, crafted from 100% organic cotton for a luxurious soft feel. Are you looking for a specific color or size?
Yeah, it's Black Friday, so I'll have a black t-shirt. Can I have a look at those, please?
Perfect. A black t-shirt it is. Let me take you directly to the product page for our black t-shirt. Our black t-shirt is made from 100% organic cotton
Yeah,
and
looks
is
good.
available.
Can you add 2 large t-shirts to my cart, please?
Absolutely. I've added 2 large black t-shirts to your cart. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Or would you like to proceed to checkout?
Yeah, can you add 1 cream hoodie in medium? Sorry, white hoodie in medium, and then checkout, please.
No problem at all. I've added 1 white hoodie in medium to your cart. Now let's head over to checkout. You're all set to complete your purchase.
So you can see there that I was even able to confuse it by quickly saying, actually, I want a white hoodie, and it's added the correct one here. So we think this is the way, and we speak about 11 Labs being the voice of technology. We really think that the voice layer for interaction is going to be the way we're going to interact with these experiences in the future. And we're fairly confident that with the platform that we have available, you're able to create some incredibly engaging experiences for the users as well. So just to wrap up, and you've already seen that demo, so you don't need to see that. We think there's going to be 3 themes that are going to underpin the future of voice AI. We think that the audio across information and content will be the new standard. We think that immersive experiences are going to be powered by voice going forward. We think that these experiences will be global by design. We think that multilingual is going to be standard, and you'll be able to converse with these experiences in whichever language you choose. And as I mentioned, we think voice is going to be the default interface for technology. And we think that our interactions will enable this transformative shift from static to dynamic and interactive by default. Thank you for your time. This has been a great session. Hopefully you found it informative. We're really excited about the partnership with Worxwide, and we think there's a lot that we can do together. And the Worxwide team and the 11 Labs team are primed to support you in any agentic initiatives that you're looking to achieve. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jack and Dana, for the wonderful presentation today. We all have learned great insights and how 11 Labs is actually transforming the technology of voice. Thank you so much for your time again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Workswide works for you.